Hi everyone, this is your Lino kit that you can use. If you've not tried Lino before, I am going to explain everything that's inside for you and give you a little demo as well. So for anyone new to Lino, Lino is a type of carving. So in your pack you'll have everything you need to create the Lino piece. This is your roller for your ink. You've got the ink itself. And inside here you have your Lino cutting tool. So this is what you're going to use to cut the Lino to make your design. So I'm just going to get mine out ready to go. Here we go. So inside here you have your Lino tool, and then you've got lots of different nibs for it. So the narrower is the finer detail you'll get. And what we need to do is just attach the end to it, so whichever end you want, add it on and work with it that way. So we've got that. Then you've got your tray to roll your ink out, and then you've got a variety of types of Lino. So this is a firmer Lino, so it's a little bit harder to work with, but you'll get more detail in it. And then you've got softer Linos here, so a mid-tone, and then you've got a really soft Lino. So if you're a beginner and you're just starting out, use the softer Lino because it's much easier to cut. And then you've also got some paper, some different papers to work with for your Lino. So to start with, I would recommend just drawing out on a piece of paper your design of what you would like to do, because as you're carving it, something really important to remember is that your design is going to come out the opposite way to how you are carving. So if you're a beginner at this, I wouldn't advise doing anything too complicated. I wouldn't work with lettering or that kind of thing, because obviously it will come out in reverse. So do bear that in mind as you're designing your Lino. And yeah, you could do anything. You could do like wildlife, you could do a landscape, you could do a little symbol or something that reminds you of the village. The possibilities are really big. So create your design, and then what you want to do is you want to mark it out onto your page. So just use a pencil, pen. I'm going to use a thick marker just so that it's nice and easy for you guys to see what I'm doing. You don't have to fill the whole piece. You could do half of it, make it as however big you want. And then what you want to do is you want to draw on the areas you want to cut out. So remember, when you're doing Lino, you are working with taking away the area you don't want anymore. So whatever you want to draw, you want to work out the outside areas to make sure that you're cutting away what you don't want. You want to leave behind the design rather than the other way around. So normally when we draw and illustrate, we paint or draw down what we want. When you're Lino, you're trying to remove the areas you don't want to leave behind that design that you do want. So the best thing to do to make it easiest is you want to add it to the page, but remember we're doing it backwards. So if you've got a photo, you could flip it round so it's the opposite direction. And so that it's nice and easy, so you know exactly what you're translating. So I'm just going to flip my image. I'm going to do a waterfall as just an easy example. Okay, so I'm going to mark out on my Lino what I want the painting to look like, the Lino cut to look like. So I'm drawing a waterfall. So I'm remembering that I'm doing it in reverse. So I'm going to have the waterfall coming down here. You may recognise the waterfall. Then I'm going to have a few rocks around it. So then what I want to do is I want to carve away what I don't want. So I want to basically, what would be white space and the paper if I was illustrating, I want to get rid of that by carving it out. So you're going to switch and use your tool now, and you need to be really careful with your fingers at this point, and you want to carve away from yourself. Do not carve towards yourself, because we don't want any accidents to happen. They are quite sharp tools, and you're literally just going to carve away at the area you don't want. So once you finish your design, you should be able to see what it will kind of look like, because the lino that's left behind will be what is inked and then what is transferred over. So you should kind of see what your design is looking like. And once you're happy, give it a print. You can always test print it. And if you're not happy with the result after the first print, you can rinse your lino and then go back in with another wash, another carve, and then go back in and redo it. So just take your time with it. So you'll want your tray now. Using your tray and ink, just put a tiny bit of ink on. You won't need too much, and then you can spread that over. You want it to be covering the roller completely. And then what we want to do is do a nice neat coverage over our design. Make sure there's no kind of little shavings of the lining stuck on it, because it will just change your design. So just go over the top with your ink. You want to be covering it all. The first time it will take a little bit of work to get it all covered. Some areas you also might have not carved deep enough, and those areas will just get filled with ink. If that's the case, just go back on and redo it. Then take some of the paper that you've got, and then you want to place that straight directly on top of your design. And then just give it a really good rub with your hand. Feel the edges of the lino so you know where you're working with. You want to apply a lot of pressure. If you've got a spoon, use a spoon and just give it a really good rub all over. We're just making sure that all that ink is transferring. You can have a little peek, see whether it's working, if it needs more work. You want as much of that ink transferred over as possible. A spoon does work amazingly well if you've got one. A nice tablespoon will do the job. You want to keep pressing down until that whole area, the ink has been transferred over. And then you get to do the lovely grand reveal and peel back your design, and hopefully you'll have a lovely design coming through. So I'm going to peel this back, and you can see that that transfers directly over, and you should have a lovely finished lino piece. So at this point you might look at it and think, oh, it's not quite finished yet, so you might want to add a few more details in using that smaller lino tool and add a little bit more detail into it, but you can definitely see what it is. So it has worked well. So give it a go, and we cannot wait to see the results.